The Ford Transit chassis is being used more and more these days to build the small RVs, the Bs and the Cs, and some say it might even rival the Sprinters as the most used for the RV chassis.
After more than 2,000 miles driving an RV on the Ford Transit chassis, we're about to give you our no-holds-barred review of what it's like. For the past 3 weeks, we have been testing out the new Leisure Travel Vans Wonder RTB Class B Plus model. Now, all of our previous RV experience has been on the Class B Sprinter chassis. So we wanted to see, first of all, what it's like driving the slightly wider B Plus van, but we also wanted to see how the Ford Transit chassis performed as an RV.
So we're going to tell you now what we like and what we don't like about the Ford Transit chassis, and then next week we're going to take you inside for a full review of the Wonder.
We picked up the van at Leisure Travel Vans headquarters in Winkler, Manitoba, Canada, and we set out first 1,000 miles to our Michigan home to pick up Bo, and then to head another 1,000 miles south to Florida.
Right off the bat, we experienced something we hadn't bargained for, a blizzard. We're talking a full head-on blizzard that produced almost total whiteout conditions as we crossed back into the U.S. through North Dakota.
Even though we were being hit broadside by high winds from the northwest, the Ford Transit van kept the Wonder firmly on the road. Now, to be sure, there were some two-handed driving involved, but I noticed no buffeting and there were no traction issues.
But we couldn't see to continue and ended up pulling off the freeway and waiting out the storm. Next morning dawned cold, 30 below zero, but clear and brisk. We even saw snow rainbows where the sun reflects off snow crystals suspended in the air.
The drive to Michigan went very well. We enjoyed the scenery, traveled through Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Michigan UP. We crossed the Mackinac Bridge in heavy winds, but the Transit steered straight and true, which is a good thing because it's a long way down. We were very comfortable in the cab portion of the Transit. Back at our home, we picked up Bo and set off again.
So we're off with Bo to see how he handles this new rig. What's our verdict? Look at this.
You know, he's doing better than the other, but he really would like my seat.
There's not enough room really for him.
Keep right onto I-75 south toward Toledo.
Got it. There's really not enough room for him in here, and we really don't want him in here because he kind of crowds everything. So we've got to train him that it's okay to ride further back in the motorhome. Now the Class B that we had before, doors were always opening, cabinets, stuff was falling out. I don't know, what else scaring them back there in that other one?
Oh, just noises, bumpy rides. The roads in Michigan are terrible. I think we have the worst roads in the country.
Yeah, Michigan does. We travel everywhere, and honest to goodness, Michigan roads are just horrible. They're worse than third world countries. Actually, I take that back. We've been in third world countries where the roads are much better than this. But anyway, we're going to be out of Michigan in a while here.
And we are on good roads right now. We just got off some that was terrible.
This is a part they repaved, so we thank them for that. But meantime, we got a puppy that we got to train that it's okay to go further back in the motorhome. This one isn't going to have things falling on it. You know, once it gets imprinted in a dog's mind, it can be kind of crazy. So there's more room for him, and he's not happy. If he could talk, he'd tell you.
He was up on one of the twin beds, but he got tired of that. How you doing, Bo? How you doing? You're okay. It's okay. It really is.
You got anything you want to say, Bo? Let me out of here. What do you think of this thing?
It's extremely comfortable to drive. And I actually think it's easier to drive than the Mercedes. I don't know why. The seat is more comfortable. The padding on the back, with my back is resting on, I'm comfortable. It's, the wheels are perfect alignment. It's handling nicely.
It's amazing, really, because it's bigger. It's considerably bigger than what we drove before. I don't know why. It feels smaller, doesn't it?
It feels fine.
Here's something we both appreciated: the entertainment and navigation system on the Transit that Leisure chose. You can use either the standard Ford Sync controls or connect your smartphone like we do with Apple CarPlay, so we can use our favorite apps like Waze or Google Maps or Podcast Player.
Here's something that's nice. This Gearshift lever is built right into the dash there. The other one kind of stuck out, and that's what the dog was always bumping into, remember?
Oh yeah, all we'd have to do is circle before he sat down.
The instrument cluster in the dash is brightly lit, well arranged, easy to see. Up above are a series of built-in cubby holes for storing things like sunglasses and the things you want to keep out of the way but in easy reach.
My experience in driving the Wonder on the Ford Transit is one of comfort. To me, it handles more like an SUV than an RV. I'm very confident driving it.
The Transit model leisure travel van uses for the Wonder is the 350 HD, a 3.2-liter turbo diesel, 185 horsepower with a 6-speed automatic transmission. It has dual rear wheels.
I've been tracking the mileage ever since we picked it up, and after 2,000 miles loaded with all our gear, Jen, me, Bo, and some fresh water after we de-winterized, I've been averaging 16.3 miles per gallon.
The large side mirrors give excellent views of what's behind and on the side. It has lane keeping alerts if you get tired or stray out of your lane, but it does not have blind spot warning lights. And that is something that I miss a lot. And the reason is the extra 5 inches of the cab on each side. It triggers the warning system. We're told there's a third-party option that can be installed, and if we were to get one of these units, I would want it installed.
There is a rear view mirror, but here's the deal. The back end of this thing is all closed off. You really can't see anything back there. So what they've done is that they display a rear view camera in the rear view mirror.
Here's something else I like about the Ford Transit. It's lower to the ground, so it's easier to get in and out of. Easy. No big step up.
Here's something else that we don't particularly like about the Transit. It's very cramped in the cab. It's a smaller cab, and it's awkward to get up and then transition yourself from the cab to the rest of the motorhome. We joke that you have to learn to become a contortionist, but you get used to it. There's no doubt, though, that it's much more awkward moving from the cab of the Transit than it was, for example, moving from the cab of the Sprinter to the rest of the RV.
Something else, the driver's seat doesn't swivel around like it does in a Sprinter. The passenger seat does, so you can use it as part of the motorhome seating when stopping, but it's considerably more difficult to get in position than in the other RVs we've had. So what's our verdict on the Ford Transit as an RV chassis? It's a definite thumbs up. The things that we didn't like are far outweighed by the ease and driving and handling. It's very comfortable.
Now that you know what we think about the Ford Transit as an RV, what do we think about the Leisure Travel Van's Wonder RTB?
And you're going to have to wait till next week to find out what we think.
We're Mike and Jennifer Weddle, and we want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please give us a thumbs up on the video, and also don't forget to please subscribe to the RV Lifestyle channel right here on YouTube.
Happy trails!